as an international student who intend to move to Spain this 2025, remember I've said there are new reforms and so many things have changed. Moving from proof of funds, there are also changes in, let me say, in the language milieu. If you want to study in Spain, please do not consider the language in 2025. From May 20th, 2025, there are so many things that will happen and many people will not get a visa. If you want to get a visa, maybe you are applying for your visa after May, which is maybe July, August, September, depending on you, please make sure you only apply for a bachelor's degree program, a master's degree program, and a PhD program. Why did I exclude language courses? The Spanish authorities are bringing up a rule where if you move to Spain with a language program, you cannot extend your visa again to a long stay visa. Let's put it this way. By the way, they might not even give you the visa. Okay, so according to them, it's better to apply from your home country that you are moving to Spain to study a long-term program. So definitely, if you are using a language course to move to Spain, it should be a short stay visa you are going to get this time, not a long stay visa for more than 90 days. Do not forget this. Now, this video is basically about proof of funds to study in Spain and how you can build your bank account. Stay connected, watch till the end while you are applying to Spanish universities. Also understand that language is never free. However, you should note that if you really want to get a visa, Spanish authorities, they already know what we do. You need to put the right documents together. You need to get the right proof of funds if you really want to get the visa. And this is what you need. First thing, avoid fake documentation, avoid late application, and avoid insufficient funds. Why am I emphasizing on this? Some universities will not refund you if your reasons for rejection is you had fake documents in your visa application, or if your reason for rejection was late application or insufficient funds. And trust me, if you've applied to study in Canada before, you would know what insufficient funds mean. Having 30,000 euros in your bank account and getting insufficient funds does not mean that you don't have money. It means that the money in that account is not trustworthy. They cannot trust that amount. Now, this is where I am coming in to advise you. First of all, before you get anyone to sponsor you, you have to be active. You have to know what you are doing. Let's assume that your sponsor is in the United States of America and your sponsor have like 40,000 US dollars in his account. Now, your sponsor is your brother. Let's put it this way. If you get your bank statement, your brother's bank statement, and show to the embassy, your brother has a lot of money. $40,000 is not small money. Let's assume that the money you need to study in Spain is maybe $15,000. If you are going to be sponsored by your brother, it would make sense if your brother rather transfer some of this money into your own bank account. Remember, your brother is in America and you are moving to Spain to study. Now, proof of funds means that the money is readily available to you and, of course, accessible to you. So if your brother has that money, huge, right, and he is telling the visa officer that, okay, my sister wants to move to Spain and I am the sponsor. My bank statement is $40,000. Of course, your brother will be employed, right? Your brother will be legal. He will show all those documents. But the visa officer might not give you the visa. You know why? Because having that type of money and you claim your sister is going to a country to study, it's better for you to just transfer that money. It can still be that the person is not your brother. So what you basically need to do to avoid a rejection in this case, tell your brother to transfer some of that money from his bank account to your own personal bank account. Then remember that bank account of yours should have a credit card or should have a Master or Visa card. Now in Spain, you can easily withdraw money from any ATM machine, and that is what the visa officer wants. Money readily available to you and accessible to you. Now remember, this bank statement, you collect that of your brother and bring your own bank statement. Then your brother should do a sponsorship letter, explain and legalize the letter in the United States or Canada or where he is. Then you also support it with evidence that this is my brother. Birth certificates and your parents' documents should come together. Your brother should also show where he is getting money from before foiling his account, okay, and all these details packaged together before you go to the embassy. If you do not do like this and show clear evidence, you would get a rejection. Now, how much is the money that you need as an international student, prospective international student moving to Spain in 2025? According to the Spanish authorities, you need 8,400 euros for 1 year. Now, this money is money for living costs. Okay, living costs is for you to, like, money you have to use for accommodation, transportation, and feeding. Now, remember, this money is not part of your tuition fee. Let's assume that your tuition in the Spanish university is 7,000 euros and you were asked to pay 3,500 before you can get the confirmation, because the first document you are going to get is the conditional offer. For you to fulfill the condition, you need to pay tuition deposit to get an unconditional offer. This is the offer you would use to apply for visa alongside visa application documents. You paid 3,500 before. What you are left with for your tuition for 1 year is how much? 3,500. We are assuming that your tuition for 1 year is 7,000 euros. You have paid 3,500. So you are still left with 3,500. Now, the Spanish embassy wants to make sure that you have money if you are moving to Spain. So it is now your chance to give them reasons beyond reasonable doubt that you are actually financially okay to study in Spain. So what you need to do is make sure the bank account of your sponsor or your own account should carry 8,400 euros plus your remaining balance of tuition for 1 year plus the remaining 3,400. You match it together. You have to show a bank statement of at least 4 to 6 months. If your sponsor's bank statement is showing just maybe 3 months, and out of the 40,000 euros, your sponsor did maybe 3 deposits in those 3 months, or maybe 2 deposits, $10,000, 10,000, 10,000. It is suspicious, guys. A bank statement is a statement that shows consistent transactions. Now, you should be depositing the money slowly, and also using your card to withdraw it, because when the visa officer requests for the bank statement, which is going to be a proof of funds, right? They want to be sure that the account has been flexible. Money is going in, money is leaving. They want to be sure. So if you show them an account with lump sums deposit, you are killing your own visa application. Okay, so avoid that. Now, where did you get the money from? Let's assume that you have a business. If you have a business that is generating the money, your business should be registered. Bring business registration documents to the table. Now, every business pay tax, right? Also bring your tax document to the table. Now, if you do not have a business, let's say you own a company, of course, a company is a business, right? You bring the documents, show that you are paying tax in your home country. Tax payment is very important because, of course, if you are going to a new country, you must pay tax. Every student pay tax. As I'm sitting here, I pay my tax. Okay, so you have to put all this into consideration. If you work, you have a good job, bring your work contract, your employment contract, then your pay slips, right? Maybe collect a leave letter from your company to say that you are going for studies and you will not be returning now. And when it's time for you to return, you would work again with the company. This is how they call it, study leave, okay? But if you own a company, just write an explanation that you are going to study this program so you can come back and maybe better 1 or 2 areas in your company. This is how you draft documents that can give you a short visa. Now, also understand that for Spain, you can move with family. We are talking about proof of funds. Now, if you are moving with your family to Spain, according to the authorities, before I proceed, Cameroonians, understand that if you go to the Spanish embassy's website, you might see maybe something like 6,000, close to 7,000 euros. That is data for 2022. We are in 2025, and as inflation is affecting so many countries, proof of funds is changing. Just this year, proof of funds is studied in Iceland, Portugal, Sweden, Finland, right? And so many other countries have changed totally. So you need to put all of this to consideration. Now, if you are moving with your spouse to Spain, you need 50% of the total amount of money for the spouse. Now, let's say total amount of money is 8,400. 50% of 8,400 for your spouse is going to be how much? 4,200. So You need to add 4,200 to your own proof of funds as a student, because your spouse is going to be under you because you have the study long-term visa. So she will now get a visa because of you, right? Now, if you are moving with your child, your spouse and your child. Now, a child is somebody who is below 18 years. After 18, you are no more a child and you can only move to Spain as a student. So if you are below 18 years, or you have a daughter or son who is below 18 years, you need to show 25% of the total amount, which is 2,100 euros. Now, you sum all of this and add to your own total. This is what the Spanish authorities wants to see from you. And again, understand that you need to apply for visa on time. Do not forget that there are laws that are changing now. In fact, it's already in effect and they are just waiting for May 20th. Boom, and everything will be good. Please do not risk say that you want to take a tourist visa. When you arrive this country, you can then go to school or maybe find a job. Don't bear that risk. If you are using a tourist visa, then you should be ready to ask for Aduro. However, go if you really want to study, apply for bachelor's, master's, or PhD, and apply for your visa from your home country. That is only the only possibility you are going to get a long-term visa. Okay, I believe these points will help you. I'm going to be giving you proof of funds to study in France in my next videos. I don't know when that is going to be ready, but you will get that video. We meet again in another one. Please do not go without sharing this video, and understand that if you want to talk to me one-on-one, there is a booking link below. Book a call from there. Then I will find time, sit down, we can talk on call. Probably I can get you advice that will help you. I hope so, and I wish to see you all watching me in Europe this year.